Hey, I'm Gav from Gav Takes Photos, and today we are going to be taking a look at this, the Canon 4000D. This is the cheapest interchangeable lens camera that Canon sell, and obviously as such beginners are going to be looking at this as their first option. So let's take a deeper look and see if it's worth getting. Now with the Kit 4000D, what you get in the box is you get an 18 to 55mm lens, which is an STM lens, so it focuses quickly and quietly, which is a lot better than the original 18 to 55s, which I have used, and they were slow and noisy, so this is a much better upgrade over those. And then you get the camera unit and the charging cable and a strap, and that's it. As far as size goes, this camera is really small. Like compared to some of the cameras I'm used to using, this does feel like a bit of a toy in the hand. It's got cheap, let me see if you can hear this, scratchy plastics all around the body, and obviously this keeps costs down, but it also means the quality of the product is a lot less. I would not be confident if I dropped this that it would still work afterwards. Also adding to that, the quality of this, that is a plastic lens mount on the camera as well as the lens. I haven't seen that before. That is cost cutting at its best, but does it take good pictures is what we're really here to see. So you can probably tell by the light, this is about golden hour. The sun's setting up these lovely pink barrage hours, I think that's how you pronounce them, I'm not actually sure, here, and the light is lighting up perfectly. So we're going to see how it does with the kit lens, and then I'll stick one of my L lenses on and see if you can get even better image quality using one of these. So let's have a look. Right, so first up I'm going to be shooting straight into the sun. This will be testing how well this handles lens flares, as well as the dynamic range, because we've got the foreground here of the flowers is going to be a lot darker than the sky, so we'll be able to see how far I can push the file on a single exposure. I won't be shooting any double exposures or mixing exposures or using filters in this video, because I want to see what the actual camera itself can do, which would be pointless if I'm then making it do more than it actually can naturally. So we're going to see what this can do as is. Gotta be careful not to ruin these crops. Straight off the bat, that is some terrible lens flare. Again, I wasn't expecting much from the kit lens, but let's see what we can do with that. Right, on to the next little shoot I want to do. There's this tree over there which is just getting tickled with the sunlight from the setting sun, so I want to get there before it gets too dark for me to actually get a decent shot. So let's head out over there. Right, so I'm here at the tree. I've got some lovely sunlight going across the blue and purple flowers here. I had a look with the kit lens and it wasn't really like reaching where I wanted the composition to be, so I have very apprehensively stuck this lens on this camera body, and this looks ridiculous. This is a big old lens on a little plastic mount, and I'm gripping this from the lens only because genuinely afraid that it might just snap off. But let's see if I can get some decent pictures before this light fades, and it is fading fast. Hey, Gav in the editing room here. The next clip doesn't make much sense without a bit of context. My camera turned off while recording the original clip, so just to let you know, for some reason the camera was having trouble focusing at f8, but at f5.6 it worked fine. That's all. Alright, so I got a few shots I'm happy with this. Interestingly, when I opened it up to f5.6, focused fine. locked on, hit the subjects, and I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. Ah, oh, the joys of summer, huh? Right, I'm going to move on to, I think, one, maybe two more little viewpoints I've got around this area here, and then we're going to wrap up and let you know exactly what I think of this camera. Right, for this last few shots, I've just gone back to the kit lens again because the 80-200 was too telephoto. I've got a lovely, lovely sky going on here behind a couple of trees. It's just about lighting up the flowers, so I'm going to quickly get some shots before the light dies and I miss my chance, so let's go at that. God, that's beautiful. See, I'm liking what I see on the back of the camera here. That's a good sign. Let's get a little bit lower. Get a shot, so you might just see me duck out of frame now. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, what a day. What a day. Good to be out. Alright, I like those. Right, so last shot done. I've had a quick look on my Lightroom mobile at the previous shots, and to be fair, I am fairly happy with the output that this has given me today. But, would I recommend this camera to someone just starting out? Let's look at some of the pros and cons. So, pro, it's cheap. Brand new, this will set you back about £300 and a little bit of change, so you can't complain about that. But it is using old parts, and now this is where I have an issue with these cheaper Canon cameras. This has got an 18 megapixel sensor in it. Now, this 18 megapixel sensor dates back years, a few generations of Rebel cameras, and what was the first one? I think I saw this in, was it the 60D maybe, and the 700D. I think those are the first ones I saw this sensor in. And if you're looking at those cameras thinking, oh, they're a bit old, this is the same camera, just with less features. So honestly, I've got a 700D at home with a battery grip, and that has got a flippy touchscreen. It's got a few more user-friendly features that a beginner would like, as well as more buttons. I don't know if you've ever seen the back of one of these, but hopefully that focuses. There's no buttons on this. Obviously I'm used to more pro bodies, so I'm used to more pro bodies, so they have a lot more buttons, a lot more customizability, and I can just shortcut through my way. Wow, Gav, mix your words up. And we're back. I can just shortcut my way through the menus and get to exactly everything that I want to get to. These bugs are insane. So these are features which I think I'm getting eaten alive. These are features which I think a beginner, although they don't need necessarily, they would like to have so they can go into it, whereas this camera, I believe you grow out of this fairly fast, and I don't think this is money well spent. Yeah, it's a bit of a damning thing to end on. Image quality wise, I liked it. I like the images. But that's because I like the images coming out of the 700D and the 60D. I like them. They shoot fine. It's just, you can get them for a damn sight cheaper than you can get this. And like I said, flippy, touchy screens, they're more useful. They just are. Also, the 60D and the 700D have a metal mount, so that's a better feature by a long way. You wouldn't be afraid of mounting the heavy lenses like I did today on this and worrying that it's just going to snap off the front. That was a genuine concern, and I was holding it by the lens pretty much the entire time. So yeah, that's my takeaway on this. Don't buy this unless you really have to. Get a 700D secondhand. you'll have a much better time. Touchscreen will be much more user friendly, and if you're coming from a smartphone, that touchy flippy screen, the ability to use it, just touch for focus, you'll love it. Be much more suited to you than this. So yeah, please give the video a like and consider subscribing, because I pay for these out of my pocket. These cameras that I bring onto the channel and the lenses I get onto the channel, I have no use for this. I bought this just to do a review. So it would be very appreciated if you could drop that like, comment, see what other cameras you'd be interested in me doing, specifically on the Canon side, because I can get these for fairly reasonable prices, and subscribe. So I've been Gaff and Gaff Takes Photos, and I will see you in the next video. And it's getting dark. Let's go home.